Oh. In my last video, I ran this XTeam 3650 sized motor, 5400 kV motor on 4S. Terrible idea. On paper, it was spinning around 86,000 RPMs. In reality, maybe it was spinning closer to 70,000 RPMs when you take into account voltage sag and just the load of the truck on it. But it was surging, sounded very unhappy, but I kept pushing it. There's no reason to run this motor on 4S. It was a dumb idea. I just thought I could get away with it, and clearly I could not. So now I'm gonna go ahead and open up this motor and see what kind of damage occurred within it and why it failed violently. It locked up. It actually sheared the teeth off the pinion gear and the spur gear. The truck spun out and the motor is completely seized up. So stay tuned and we'll see exactly the damage that happened to this motor. All right, so let's open up this motor and see what failed in it. It completely seized. Like I mentioned in my last video, I can't turn the shaft. You know, I was spinning this thing much faster than it should spin. And it was kind of a dumb decision to run it on 4S, but I'll go ahead and open this thing up and see if I can get it apart. I had to pry the pinion off camera. I just used 2 screwdrivers and a wrench and got that off. But let's see what we have going on in here. Wow, what is that? Hopefully this comes over. Hopefully this comes over on camera good, but you probably can see here that there's some kind of material here that shouldn't be there. Interesting. Let me open up the other end of this and see if I can get this end bill out of here. I'm pulling on it and nothing's happening. Wow, look at that. Well, I'm no expert on motors, but I don't think that's supposed to look like that. I guess this is what the outer material on the rotor here that melted and came apart. Please chime in the comment section, those of you that know way more than I do about brushless motors and their construction, but man, that is not good. Again, I was spinning this thing probably, I don't know, 70,000 RPMs, and the max speed for this motor, it's rated at 50,000. And on paper, it was spinning well over 80,000 RPMs, like 87,000 RPMs. But of course, there's some voltage sag, and there's the, you know, it's gonna spin slower because of the load from the car. But as you can see here, this is cracked. It's cracked here. And this has definitely seen better days. Now inside the motor here, guess where the magnet is, doesn't look too terrible, to me anyway. And on this end, nothing much to see there. The bearing here in the end cap, it feels fine. So I don't think the bearings failed. And where's the other end of this motor? Here it is, and this bearing also feels fine. So it looks like, you know, this came off. Just, I guess it overheated spinning so fast, and that's all she wrote.